Hello, Magic the Gathering players. This is Anditesh Ordo. Today I'm going to be covering February 28th, Masters 25 spoilers, and kind of just talk about them and what rarity shifts I noticed. So we got Course of Crucifix, Collation Relic. I do like the art on Collation Relic because the original one looks good, but this one is insane. Again, I do like the like I mentioned in the last video, I do like the watermarks from the set they were in. It's awesome. Spike Shot Goblin, 3 mana, 1/2. It came from Mirrodin. You got Exclude. You got Watch Wolf. I love the art of this Watch Wolf. So you could set buy the different versions of Watch Wolf and have them in each in your deck as a 4 of 2 and 2 or something like that. Tree of Perdition, or I'm sorry, Tree of Redemption. That one's the Innistrad Mythic. Okay. I guess I just didn't know who to choose for the Mythic. So we'll see on that one. Hopefully Avacyn Restores brings Avacyn, because I bet she needs a reprint. Nettle Sentinel, great, another great reprint. That's a common for sure. It was already common, but it's used a lot in Pauper and Modern and even Legacy decks, so it's always good to reprint that one. Animar Soul of Elements is a cool, commander card. And honestly, I know this sounds weird. I wouldn't mind seeing this card in Modern. There's still a good amount of removals like Vapor Snags and Bolts and Shocks and stuff like that can kill it. White and black spells unfortunately cannot. But the reason why I want to see it is have someone find a way of abusing it with artifacts. There's a ton of artifact creatures that can cost 2 to 4 to 6 less, and then they throw them out so you can get like maybe a 2-costing Worm Coil engine out. I don't know, I feel like that'd be cool. I'll definitely cover that in another video. Ash Barrens is coming back. That's nice. I do like the art of Pendelhaven. That's a really good artwork. And it's a legendary land and it's rare, so that's a good spot for that to be. Isan's Shade. I'm trying to swap the letters around. 6 mana, 5/5 pro white. That was an old card. I think it was originally rare, but now it's an uncommon. Kind of makes sense. I've noticed a lot of lately in the last year and a half, there's a lot of legendaries that are getting downshifted to uncommon. So it makes me wonder if they're trying to do that to eventually help support the not the tiny leaders, but it's a format of, I think, Pauper Commander, and they choose an uncommon or a creature to be the Lord. And if you have uncommon legendary, that's just, a plus to it. Invigorate, another good card. Brine and Fathom Seer, good cards from Time Spiral. Decent cards. Vesuvian Shapeshifter, that's awesome. I hope in one of the Kamigawa sections we get Sakashima. I hope that's one in the future. Sakashima does need a reprint, and I love Sakashima. The awesome clone legendary creature. Grenzo Dungeon Warden, 2 mana, 2/2 with X. This is used a lot in commander decks, so it's definitely a worthy reprint. Merfolk Looter. Again, I like the that one. I don't remember which that one's from, but that one's an older set, and that was reprinted through the times, so it's back again, and it's an uncommon. I think that one was originally a common. I think they upshifted that one. Promise Burial. That was a uncommon. I remember that. Still, it's not bad. Or was that a rare? That could have been rare. But most likely it was an uncommon. Hordling Outburst. 3 mana for 3/1/1 goblins. So yeah, Frenzy Goblin came from the old Ravnica. I just love the new artwork that try to work in the characters or the creatures in the original plane that they're from. Frenzied Goblin was from Ravnica, and now you see a cityscape in the background, and then you see a city that the goblin is breaking out of the window. Makes sense. Drill Master Polymorphist, or Jalaria, or whatever. She was definitely a a rare at one time. Now she's also dropped a uncommon. Now this is an interesting cycle of lands, the filter lands. They don't have enough reprints of, and I feel like this is a good way to reprint them, except I hope that they have all 10 instead of 5. I personally hate sets that only have 5 of the 10 dual lands, just for mana fixing purposes. Like in future standard sets, I personally would like to see, or at least future core and just future sets that do go into standard, like Dominaria, like any of their dual lands. I feel like they should be the whole 10 cycle, because there's a lot of, it takes a while for them to go back and finish a cycle of dual lands. And we've recently had a few cycles of dual lands that still need the, I believe, enemy colors of them. And it would be beneficial for players, especially players that are playing Commander. Getting one of each of these different dual lands really helps their like 2, maybe 3 color decks. So I don't know. I just feel like they could do that, but we'll see if they decide to. Summoner's Pact. That's a good rare to come back. Reef Worm. I think that was an uncommon. If not, I don't see it being a rare. A 4-mana 0/1 that dies. If you exile it, doesn't do anything. But yeah, it's always, I will say the tokens are the bigger fish that's coming to eat the little one. So the 0/1, you see the 3/3, and then the 3/3 token, you see the 6/6 behind it, and then 6/6 to the 9/9. So yeah, that's always nice. Stronach Resonator, another rare that's being reprinted. That one's from M14. So it's nice they're getting some of the core sets. I don't think they'll get all the core sets. I don't know. They have a lot of sets to cover, and some sets have 2 to 3 different versions, 2 to 3 different cards from. But then there's some sets that, you know, so far they've only had like 1 maybe. So we'll see how they do, because they have a ton of core sets. So they may actually have some core sets that actually are 9th and 8th edition, and we'll get to see that logo. So, but there's still more cards to come, because we are at 119. I want to refresh one time. Still at 119, still Courser. Okay. We also got Nicol Bolas coming in. This one's kind of one that makes me wish the set was up to 300 cards, so that you can maybe go 20, 25 mythics and then a bunch more rares and uncommons. So that Nicol Bolas also has the other 4 Elder Dragons with him, so that all the Elder Dragons have a new reprint, some new artwork, and maybe in a big picture linked to Nicol Bolas where they're all facing against him. Because Nicol Bolas was the one that defeated the other ones, and from my understanding, he defeated the other ones, and he's the only Elder Dragon living out of that 5 Elder Dragon cycle. And those were the ones that were Planeswalkers. Or, I mean, he was the one that became the Planeswalker, and now is the big bad guy that keeps eluding the good guys and defeating the good guys. Miko Koro, Center of the Sea. That's another good one to reprint. There's not much copies of that one running around. There's still a lot of copies I hope gets printed. Like, I felt like Mycosynthelatus would be a great Mirrodin card to be reprinted, even though they probably for the rare would pick Memnarch. But we'll see. Blue Sun Zenith. Then you got Mana War. Now, one last card was spoiled for the 27 is Master of the Wild Hunt. A wolf tribal. So that's a good one. I just don't see it being mythic. I see it being rare, in my opinion. 4-mana 3/3 that creates a token at the beginning and then makes those tokens fight wolf tokens. So I know this was a little quicker video. That's kind of what I aimed for, especially since these are all just reprints. And so I just named the card. But I did talk about a few different ones, like Animar. That one's a good one to reprint, but I feel like some of these could eventually fit into Modern. Grenzo. So yeah, but that's my review for the 28th of February. Spoilers for Masters 25. I'm hoping, the few cards I do hope for is, not Cuckoo. Cuckoo should be cool, but no, Sakashima, Mycosynthelatus, the thing that turns everything into artifacts. That one needs a reprint bad, because I want to make a deck around it, and I can't because they're so expensive to pick up. I think like $20, $25 worth a piece. That one needs a reprint, so it can go down to maybe $10. So it's only 40 versus 80 to 100. So, yeah, that's my view on, again, on Masters 25. Let me know what you guys think about this set so far in the comments below. I do appreciate you guys watching the videos, and always have a wonderful day.